Good morning, everybody. I'm Rodney, and this is Hunter, and we're going to be in our clearance appliance center in the Omaha store today. We have a lot of amazing deals. We're going to be taking live questions, and we're also going to be taking live sales in this event. But to make it even better, for this day only, we're taking an extra 10% off the tag price on all of our clearance appliances in our Omaha store only. So make sure to get in, get these amazing deals. Now, Hunter is one of our amazing salespeople. Hunter, welcome.
Hi, nice having me.
He is going to help us with details on a bunch of these really high-end and also medium and also some starter product so that you can see all the different things we have available. Make sure if you have questions or you have something you want to show us, chat with our team. They're in the background right now, just waiting for your questions. And we have a contest and enter to win by your questions for a gift card here at NFM. So let's have some fun looking at clearance appliances. Hunter, what do you got?
All kinds of stuff. So first, let's talk about right over here. This is a GE profile.
Sure.
So GE it's a brand that I personally like a lot. GE is one of those that's very reliable. I am a big fan. They come with a bunch of really cool different features, that kind of stuff. You can see this one here. You have your door ice maker. You have an autofill, so it's going to let you know exactly how much you've got going in there, which is very nice. So if you're taking track or keeping track of your like your water intake, that kind of stuff, it'll give you exactly what you're doing there.
Perfect. So you can also know to shut it off when you're getting close. Yep, that's lovely.
Of course. And then we do have our ice maker. You can set it to crushed ice or standard ice. You can also turn it off. So during like the holidays, if you're going to go see your family.
Oh, you don't have a bunch of ice sitting there.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah. And then you want to take a look inside here.
Oh, yeah.
It's very big.
Look how much space there is in there. Tell me about the twin chill. What does that mean? If I'm buying a refrigerator with twin chill, what's the benefit?
Sure. So twin chilling is basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's basically you have your cooling back here. It's done by what's called an evaporator.
Okay.
And it cools basically up top, and then you have an additional cooling that comes down through the bottom there. So it's kind of a nice little way that gives you an extra kind of cool, and it keeps everything a lot more uniform throughout the whole fridge, which is kind of a nice little option.
Well, yeah, especially when you bring groceries home from home, it's nice to get that stuff cooled back down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Now, this looks like it's part of an ice maker. So how does that work?
Sure. So right here, it's kind of it's ingenious what they did. They have little trays for you so you can put like your condiments, that kind of stuff in here, so it's not taking up space in the rest of your fridge. And when you just pull this little lever here, your ice maker is actually right here. So you can lift up on the bottom here and pull it right out.
And so if I want to fill a cooler or something, I just pop it right out?
Exactly. Or if you're throwing a party,
handy. Oh, sure.
doing a lot of margarritas, something fun, you're able
to
you
don't know me that well.
What? But basically you're able to kind of go through and do get your ice out here and that kind of thing. So
the innovations in refrigeration and all of these appliances is amazing.
Yeah, and it's nice, so it's out of the way, so it's not taking up any room or anything like that, and it's still very usable, which is kind of a nice little extra feature there.
And this looks like, to me, that a hard seltzer will fit in there. So if you like any of those, it looks like you have your storage built in. Let's see, I think we have a question.
Sure.
All right. Do clearance items have a warranty?
So clearance items, there's sort of. So we have a 14-day return policy. The only reason that we take anything back is if it is not working. So sometimes things are brought back because they're dented. Sometimes they're brought back because the customer decided it didn't fit. They didn't like it. Sometimes they're brought back because like maybe their water wasn't working. We have technicians that go through, they check everything, they make sure it's all working correctly. And then basically after it's been okayed, we send it off here. However, we do understand humans we make mistakes sometimes. If something was missed, let us know. We do not want you to have a broken kind of unit or anything like that. We will take it back if it is not working correctly.
And that's such a nice feature of working with a local retailer like Nebraska Furniture Mart. You can come in and talk to somebody. We'll make it right. I mean, we've always have. I've been here for 34 years. We've always done it right by the customer. So
and the other cool thing is we can still put the exact same protection plans that we put on our brand new units. We can put them on these units as well.
You can put the square trade plans on these. Those cover a lot. I'm really shocked at how much they cover.
Everything electrical and mechanical. You can't take a ball peen hammer to your unit,
no.
but everything else, you're pretty
unless
much
that's
covered.
a look you're going for, but that's on you.
That's true. The golf ball look is a choice.
So we have another one, a question that just came in. Can we deliver clearance items? So I don't have a way of getting this home. Do you have a way of getting it home for me?
Sure. So at the moment, we absolutely are able to. We can get them delivered for you. It is a $20 fee. We are also able to haul away your old unit. That is a $50 fee, just so you are aware.
Sure. I don't know if you've tried to get rid of an old refrigerator, but it's not easy.
It's heavy.
Yeah, for $50, that's a deal.
Oh, absolutely. And just to give you some other information on this unit in particular, so we do have. I've had a couple of customers before ask me, what are these little metal dots here? So these metal dots are actually LED lights. So when we plug in the unit, you can see that it really lights up, and you can see everything in there really nice and well.
Well, you know, the nice thing about that, not to interrupt, but
no, you're good.
in mine, it's built in the back. The light is in the back. So every time I have something that might come in a cardboard box sitting in there, it blocks a lot of the light. So now it's on the front. Oh, that's amazing.
It makes it a lot easier to see, which is kind of nice, because then you don't have to wonder, is that good? Is that bad? You can see right there if you're like me and leave veggies in a little too long.
Yeah.
You do have your standard crisper drawers, so you're going to have your vegetables and your fruit options.
Perfect.
And then we have a really cool little temperature select zone.
Oh,
so you're able to kind of do your meats, beverages, or you can do even fresh from the deli. You can put your cheeses and that kind of stuff in
very
there.
Nice.
And just adjust your temperature to kind of what's best for you.
Well, I love that.
Yeah, this also comes with a gallon-sized drawer, so you can stick a full gallon of milk in there, which is really kind of a cool option for you.
Or cranberry juice.
Exactly. And then this is a lift tray, or you can also drop this down. So if you have something else that you want to put in there, something a little taller, you can also do something along those lines, which is kind of a nice little option for you.
Yeah. Oh, it even comes off, so if you don't need it at all, just need the
So exactly.
Here's another question that just came in. What's the average markdown, and how long does the sale last? Well, I'll answer that one. Yeah. So the markdowns are often based on the condition. So if there's something that has a large scratch or a dent on the door, it'll be marked down more than something that's very pristine. But today, until we close tonight at 8 o'clock, we are doing an additional 10% off all of these sales. But it's today only in Omaha. So on this one, you're going to save another $160. So a $2,300 fridge, you're going to be another $160 off of that $1,599, which is amazing. And we rarely do that. So we're doing it for the holidays. You get a deal, we get our space back, and life is good.
Yeah. Something I would point out is normally we actually are within about $100 of our MSRP. Right now, this deal is what's going on over in brand new, which means that this is how we're getting down so low on our prices, which is really awesome. So it's just a really great savings for people.
Well, and it's a great time. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but every time I host something, an appliance goes out. So before it goes out, or if you have a wonky stove and you're cooking for Christmas, a fridge that doesn't make ice anymore, come in and see Hunter or any of the clearance team today and get a really great deal at 10% off. Yeah. So what else you got?
Sure. So if that was something in our mid-range, so if you're looking for something that's going to be an excellent starter piece, this is our GE, just our standard top style freezer in black. You can get a good look there.
Oh, that would be a great refrigerator for the side refrigerator, like a garage refrigerator or a mudroom refrigerator.
Yep, exactly. Or you can even put them in like your apartments, that kind of stuff.
Oh, sure. For a small space. These are very handy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I give you kind of an idea what you're looking at. Standard style, you do still have your climate zones down there, which is kind of a nice little option. You have your butter tray here, and then they are adjustable shelving. So you're able to kind of fit what you need in your home.
So it's kind of scaled down. It still does the function of a fridge, but how much was that marked down to?
Yeah. So this one is marked down to $350, which is awesome.
Plus another $35 off for the 10% off sale today. That's 17 cubic feet. That's an amazing deal. Mm-hmm. If you don't need all the fancy and have a smaller space, these are the deals. And black goes with everything, right?
That's true. It's one of our more popular for garage style fridges.
Sure. So. Starter fridges and such.
Exactly.
Well, it looks like you have a door open on this LG one.
I do.
So let's take a look down here.
Absolutely. So this LG, this is a very nice LG unit. So this is one of my favorites that I love. I love when I see them come back because, one, I just like LG in general. They're one of our top rated as far as Consumer Reports end up going, and they're just a very good, reliable fridge. This one has a lot of really cool features. So this one, you have obviously your door ice, you have your door water. it does come with craft ice as well, which is kind of cool.
Actually, that was one of the questions, is any of the refrigerators on sale have craft ice? So this is one of those. Whoever asked this question on our chat, this one does have, and we're going to take another $200 off of that today, making it about $1,800 to buy this fridge with the craft ice. Now, I think there's something special about this drawer too, isn't there?
There is. So this is actually a flex style drawer. So this one is a full conversion door, which means that you're actually able to go in here and you can decide what temperature you want this drawer to be. So you can set it at like 40, I believe it's 46 degrees for chilled wine, all the way down and turn it into a freezer.
Wow.
You can also do a soft freeze on your ice cream, which is kind of nice.
Oh, that is nice. So you don't have to microwave it to thaw it out.
Exactly. Scoop. The other kind of cool thing, so this door, you see a little button here. So if you open this up, you have a nice, quick, easy access option here.
Oh,
you can
that's
see in the
adorable.
Back, yeah, and you can see in the back, there's these little, you can probably see the squares there. It's designed in a way that you still get a little bit of airflow, which is nice.
Sure.
But it's not letting all of your cold air out.
So it's actually efficient to do it that way.
Yep, as opposed to some other ones that are just kind of wide open that rely on your condiments and stuff to block the air. This one is designed with that all in mind.
I love that.
Yeah, it's very efficient, which
I'm
is very
telling you,
cool.
the technology and all of these appliances these days, it's a long way from that Harvest Green I had growing up, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah. And then we still, on the bottom, if you're worried about losing space, we still do have the room to put a full-size milk jug in there, which is kind of a nice little option.
Well, that would be nice. This little button here would be nice for if you have children that want to get into their snacks, but you don't want them leaving the whole door open.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is great.
Yep. And then this one also has a fresh air filter. So if you leave something, like I said, like I do, if you leave it in there a little bit too long, your fresh food doesn't quite get as fresh anymore. That air filter helps to keep your fridge smelling fresh, even if your fruit may have gone a little spoiled, just to give you a cool idea.
Yeah,
and then
that's a pretty amazing feature that I've never saw one with the box of baking soda has always been my savior.
Mine as well. That's for a very long time.
Sure.
But we do have our extra large bins here as well. So you're able to add more fruit, more veggies. It's very good if you're working on being healthy, starting your journey for the new year.
Well, now kind of tell me I see. So this will slide back. So if I want to put bottles of champagne or something tall, I can just shove that back. Oh, that is so amazing.
Yep, and you still get to keep the shelf. So if you have like butter, that kind of thing, leftovers, you can still put that there, and you can still put your taller objects in there, which is really nice. And then something I will point out, this one, they were very economic with their space. So your water filter is actually right here behind this tray. So there.
Oh, that is nice. And it's not in the refrigerated unit, so it's not taking up space for
which is kind of a nice little added feature.
Actually, I like, and for me personally, I'm visual. Seeing that there would help me remember that I need to replace those things. A lot of times my refrigerator has a little light that says replace filter. I'm like, well, I'll get to it. But if I see that, I'm going to see to it a lot. Exactly. Now, show me where the craft ice is on here.
Yeah, so your craft ice is going to be in the freezer here. And then here is your ice bin.
Oh, okay. So it just drops right there.
Yep. Drops straight down there, which is kind of nice. It has two settings. It has a quick freeze function, and it has a slower one where you're going to get just the clear ice.
Oh, I got you.
Yep. So on the clear ice, you'll end up getting, it's about 3 every hour, I want to say.
Okay.
Just because it takes a long time to get that pure freeze. Or you can do a quick drop where it'll start dropping 6 at a time, which is kind of a nice little option.
But then they're cloudy.
Yep, little cloudy, but
it just goes faster. Oh, exactly. I mean, but it's still.
Yep, and then you still have all of the extra space for your freezer, as well as, like I said, we still have that full convertible drawer, whether you're going fresh or frozen, to kind of fit whatever your lifestyle is that you're kind of doing at the moment.
Well, I like this. I mean, I myself have a side-by-side, but I do miss the fact because you could get a sheet cake in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So, this is great for entertaining.
Pizza, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's a nice feature.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very nice feature. And the lights are in the front again, which I think that's pretty amazing.
Yep. Yeah, you'll see that they have a lot of lighting there, which is very nice.
I think this is great. And I don't really see anything except a little dent. And one of the folks chatting in was asking, are most items scratch and dent? A lot of them are, but a lot of them are very minor. So this one's got a little dent in the handle.
Yep.
Sometimes they have a little scratch or something on the side, but if you work with one of our salespeople, come in, we'll show you what's going on with the piece. If you want to text with the number they will get you a salesperson who can take pictures of it for you so you can buy it without coming in. And then again, we have the full warranty options from Square Trade.
Exactly.
And we guarantee it for 14 days.
Correct.
To make sure that it works.
Yep.
So,
and if you come in and ask us, we will let you know if there's something going on. So like say if it was returned because an ice maker wasn't working, we will let you know. We're going to make sure that you're very aware of what's going on. We believe in full transparency here. So it's kind of a nice little way to make sure that everybody knows what's going on, and it's a good deal.
Now, you pointed these out to me earlier today.
I did.
These are for people who have some space.
So this is kind of a cool option here. We have a couple of, this is a freezer and this is a refrigerator. So these
full units are separate, but they go together.
Exactly. So they're separate units, but they're full pieces.
Wow. Look at all the space in this thing.
Oh, yeah. If you want to get in there and kind of check a look around.
Wow.
This is, so you're able to do a couple things with it. You can either put them separately in different areas.
Sure.
And we do have trim kits for these as well.
Oh, okay.
So you can put them around. You can put it into your, like your cabinets, that kind of thing. And then it'll have a nice little decorative trim around there, which is nice.
Oh, I see. So it's like a picture frame wraps around it.
Yeah. Or we do have a dual trim kit. So you can put them right next to each other.
Okay.
And then that trim will go all the way around. And then there'll be a little metal bar that goes right down here.
So it'll look like one big unit, really.
Exactly. And I know that they look a little off, but that is our floor.
Yeah.
Our cement floor is... It's not perfectly level. That's why we always like to double check.
Sure. And it looks like maybe the feet are extended on this one.
Yep,
so
exactly.
It'll level up. They're made to go together.
Yeah. So in your fridge, just to give you kind of an idea here, it does still have water. So your water is actually, if you hit this button right here, that is where your water tap is. So you're still able to get in.
Sure.
You can still have your water in your fridge, which is awesome for these units. Your water filter is right here. Simple push and pull, which is a very nice little option. And then your crisper drawer is here, as well as all the way on the bottom down there, which is kind of a nice feature there. You've got a bunch of different options. You still have those front LEDs, so you're still going to have everything up front, which is just really kind of a nice little option for you. And then in your freezer here, your ice maker is actually right here. So this is your ice maker.
Oh, okay.
You can switch these buckets around when
so
one gets
double.
full.
Oh.
Yeah, when one gets full.
This is really meant for entertaining, isn't it? Like if you're having families or parties or something, these units are definitely big space users.
Oh, yeah. Large families. And yeah, if you like to throw parties, if your house is the place to be, these are the things to buy, which is kind of cool.
So now we had a question come in from one of the folks watching.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Do you have any freezers with auto defrost? Do these automatically defrost?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
So these upright freezers are actually going to be frostless.
Oh, frostless.
So you're not going to have to worry about the frost building up. It's going to work more like this. Think the freezer in your refrigerator is going to be a lot more like what you're kind of looking at.
Okay, got it. Got it. So I don't have to defrost it every year or anything. It just, It just pretty much is frost-free.
You're just off to the races. And then this one, something else I would point out, just since we talked about it a little earlier, this is going to be a soft freeze drawer as well. So ice cream goes in that drawer.
Got it. Oh, so again, you can make it easy to scoop.
Yeah, exactly. Which is kind of just a neat little feature there. They do come with the handles. The handles are just not attached at the moment. Just things that we always like to kind of point out and talk with folks about.
So now we did have another question come in about, does delivery include installation? So if I buy this fridge and I have the right water hookups behind my freezer and refrigerator, will NFM hook those up for us on delivery?
So on delivery, as long as there is a water shutoff valve behind the unit, you are able to get the water installed.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which is kind of a nice little thing there. It is a $10 fee, just because, got to make sure that it's done correctly and done well.
And there's some liability there, so we want to make sure that everybody's got accountability. So I get it. Well, that's a great feature. So the other question we had, are there any counter depth in our little row we have, or are there some on another?
In our row, we do have a counter depth. So right over here, this GE, this one is going to be in the flat slate.
Oh.
This is going to be similar to the one that we kind of looked at earlier. This one is a counter depth. And the reason that we can tell it's a counter depth is because we actually mark all of our counter depths with a little orange sticker. So that makes it nice and easy
to shop.
Kind of perusing and looking around.
So this one, there's several.
Yeah, there's a couple of counter depths around.
So if you folks are looking for that counter depth where it doesn't stick so far out in the kitchen, look for the dots.
Yep, exactly. And then this one, like I said, is very similar to that other GE that we looked at in here.
Yep, the twin chill.
Yep, the twin chill. It's going to still have your gallon-sized drawer. Your ice maker is going to be functioning the exact same way. It's that hidden door ice maker, which is just a nice little feature.
Yep, I do love that.
Yep, and then this one, like I said, is going to be that slate color, which is kind of cool.
Well, and the other thing I noticed about this, I'm not seeing fingerprints. Yep. My stainless steel piece at home is, I'm always Windexing the heck out of that thing.
Oh yeah, that's one of the really nice features. Is it's not fingerprint proof.
Oh sure,
but it's very resistant. So you
but it's
can
not
really
like the old stainless steel where just touching it, you got a handprint. Now, here's something that I did notice.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is probably here because there's a little dent here on the side. If you're paying full price for it, that's a big deal. If you're paying over $1,000 off of it today, that is not such a big deal. So if you're willing to take a little nick, a little scratch, a little dent, these are the deals. And today only, we have an extra 10% off. If you see anything that you like, make sure to text in to us. We'll get one of the salespeople to start looking at your item with you. These items will go fast today because we have holidays coming up and we rarely run the extra 10%. So make sure you stop in today or call in, get somebody on the sales floor, and we'll help you find a way to get your savings today.
Yeah, and it's always worth coming and taking a look. You never know what gems you might find is the other cool thing, because we change our stock constantly. So, for instance, speaking of a gem,
sure,
this GE Cafe over here.
Oh, look, that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, she is a very, very nice. This is a very high-end fridge. This is a very nice fridge. This is a very cool fridge, and it's, like I said, very well priced at the moment. So This one, I like to highlight that sometimes I believe that this one was a special order that just didn't go through.
Sure.
Which means that it's basically brand new. You can see everything here is still got all of its packaging in it, all that kind of stuff. So you can still find some really, really good, I mean, basically new fridges back in the clearance section, which is really cool.
One of the reasons you get a lot of stuff back is because they don't fit, right?
Yep.
Like maybe somebody didn't measure the complete width, or they didn't get a counter depth and it sticks clear out. So those pieces are perfectly new.
Exactly.
They
and
just
doorways.
Didn't fit. Oh, doorways,
or
sure.
tight turns. Those are a big reason that a lot of stuff comes back.
I totally get that.
You want to make sure that we want to measure our smallest doorway to make sure that we can get things to fit. We can pull doors off to get things through,
sure,
which is nice. So it makes it very doable. However, it is something just to kind of be aware of. We do like to, our sales folks are very good about chatting with you about measurements, making sure everything is going to fit. But we just have to make sure that we've got it all measured is kind of our recommendation.
And one of the questions that just came in a few minutes ago was any with built-in water pitcher, and it looks like this one is one of those. It's still packed in the plastic and the styrofoam, but this is one of them that has the water pitcher with the filtered water.
Yep. Yeah, this is the autofill pitcher. You are able to put, say, like cucumbers, lemon, that kind of stuff, so you can have infused water in there, which is kind of nice.
Sure.
You always have that nice fresh cucumber water.
Sure.
Which is a nice little feature for you there. Something else kind of cool about this one is this is an adjustable section here. So this can be a refrigerator, it can be a freezer, or it can even be a chiller. So say if you want to have wine bottles in here, there is an entire rack just for the wine. So you can have a wine chiller in your fridge so you don't have to buy a
So I can have half of this wine and the other half freezer.
Correct. So
oh my gosh, how amazing. This is like the Maserati refrigerators. This is so cool.
Yeah, this is going to be your freezer section. This one is a dedicated freezer, so that way you do still have your freezer.
Sure.
You do have ice down here, just so you are aware. This is going to be your ice bin, which is kind of a nice little option. And then since we've been talking about lighting, you have an interior light up top, and then that back panel actually will light up and glow for you, which is kind of a
gorgeous
cool little feature.
Well, this wine feature to me is amazing because I don't need a lot of freezer space, but I do have bottles that I need a place to put. So this is great. And then these would have the gallon drawers again.
Yes.
So this piece is brand new. And I don't know if Adam was able to get a good picture of that finish, but this is gorgeous. Even if all your other appliances are a different color, this piece is like a piece of art.
Oh, yeah,
so you can for sure put this with anything.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit of a statement piece.
For sure.
It's very beautiful. It's very standalone.
Oh, I love it. Now, do we ever have a refrigerator? This came in as one of the questions that makes nugget ice, or do we have a nugget ice maker available on any of them?
Sure. So we do occasionally get fridges that have the nugget ice. We definitely have ice makers that come back here that do nugget ice.
Okay.
I don't believe we currently have a nugget ice maker at the moment.
But
they
do, because they come in. This will all turn in a couple days, because we're going to run the 10% today, which will sell a bunch of them. It's a holiday weekend.
Yep.
So if you're thinking about anything, get in here, because these are going to go fast.
Yep. And we may have a standalone ice maker that's nugget ice, but like I said, it constantly cycles. Yeah, it constantly cycles, and we can always kind of come in, let us know. You can also call in. So if you're looking for something specific, if you want to call in, let us know what you're looking for. We can do a quick lap around before you even come in and let you know kind of what's going on.
Folks, you can keep this text message number that you have on the screen right now to contact this appliance team anytime you want. So that text screen that you're going to be texting your questions and so forth to is available all the time, and our salespeople will get right back to you with questions that you have and help you buy something without having to make a trek in if you live out of town or there's weather. Just chat with us and we'll get you set up.
Well, it was 10 degrees this morning. That's reason enough for me.
That's enough for me too.
This one's actually kind of a cool little piece I wanted to kind of highlight. This is our Medea brand. So this one,
and that's new to NFM,
right? It is. So
okay.
They're new to our family, which is kind of cool. They actually are a very awesome budget style brand.
Okay.
They still maintain a nice luxury as well. So we'll kind of open it up and take a look in there and see kind of what the features are.
And a French door for $549 and a small scale, that's amazing. I've never seen one this size with a French door.
Yeah, it's very atypical. Typically, you can find it in 36 inches. We sell a couple of 33s. I believe this is one of our very few 30-inch
30 inches. So that's great for a smaller space.
Yeah. But you can see that even in this here, at that lower price, we still have
a lot of the same features.
Yeah, really nice large drawers in your freezer or in your fridge. You can still put a gallon-sized milk in there. You're still going to have your crisper. You're going to be able to adjust these shelves up and down. You still have a large amount of features and availability there, and options. And then your freezer door here, you can kind of get a look and see. You have a lot of really good space in there, which is kind of
nice. I love those drawers. That makes it so much easier than digging through a foot of other frozen items looking for something.
Oh, yeah. And the see-through makes it so even if you have something in the back, you can still kind of see in and see what's going on.
And it doesn't kill the lighting.
What's cool about the Medea brand is that they really they think about it a little bit, and it's still very reasonably priced, which is really kind of a nice little option.
I mean, if you have a small apartment or you have a smaller home, this is a great option. 30 inches, that's in the French door. I've just never seen it.
Yeah. But so these are really kind of cool options, which is really nice. And it's still going to give you a nice 18.4 cubic. So you're going to have a lot of options and ability to still store a lot of food in there, which is kind of nice.
And for $549, that's almost a giftable item. Like if you had a friend or a loved one that needed a new fridge, for $549, that's a nice option.
That's true.
So let's talk about ranges, because it's cooking season, baking season, and the convection. All right, no, I have that wrong.
This is actually induction.
Induction. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually one of the safest options that you can have in your home. The reason why is that basically the cooktop here is designed to heat the pan, not the cooktop itself.
Got it.
It's a quick boil, so they say about 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute is more what you're looking at, but you're going to be boiling water in that time.
This is just beautiful.
You do need to have pans that are magnetic, just for those to work.
But they're just metal that a magnet will stick to them. You don't have to have a pan that is made out of magnet.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yep. Yeah. Just ferrous material. So copper, aluminum, those ones don't work very well.
Got it.
But like your cast irons, your standard stainless steels, anything that you can put a magnet on, you're able to do that with. Yep, exactly. So most folks have that at home, so it's not something you have to worry about. It's also very safe. So like I said, I used to be a repairman, and we actually had someone come in and do a little demonstration with these. What they did was that they laid out a thing of paper towels on this cook station there. They put down a pan and made bacon and cooked the bacon with the paper towels all on the thing.
And it never burnt the paper.
Yep, we got to eat bacon, which was delightful. I was very happy that day. And then they picked up the pan. They lifted the paper towels off. They didn't burn the paper, nothing, and it was completely clean. So
I love it.
Very, very cool. Something else kind of neat about this one in particular, this is the Samsung dual door adjustable system. So you can have, if you take a look in here, you have an upper oven and you have a lower oven. You're also able to, with this door, there's a handle right here. You squeeze the trigger there.
So you could just have a pizza to warm up. Exactly. You don't have to heat the whole oven.
Yep. So you have your upper oven up here. This is going to be your daily driver. You'll use this one all the time. The whole thing is if you're doing, you know, multiple dishes at different temperatures, that kind of thing. And if you have something really, really big, say you've got a gigantic turkey, a big old ham, you can take this drawer or this divider out. This can come out entirely, and this will work like just a standard oven.
I love it.
Yep. So you have a lot of options and pieces you can work with there, which is kind of a nice little feature.
We're getting a lot of questions on delivery. So the delivery charge to Lincoln, do you know it off the top of your head?
Yep, $20.
Okay, so any of these appliances, $20 to Lincoln? I mean, I think that's an amazing deal.
Yep.
And the electric ones, they'll hook up. They'll plug in for you.
Correct.
And the gas ones, we do local, but not out of town.
Correct. There is also a fee for gas.
Okay.
So because gas is obviously a little more dangerous than electrical, there is a $60 hookup fee for your gas. They will get it hooked up, make sure there's no leaks, anything like that. Make sure it's all nice and safe for you.
Got it.
Which is a really awesome feature that we offer because a lot of people aren't super comfortable messing with gas and that kind of thing. And it's something that unless you know what you're doing, you really probably shouldn't mess with it anyway.
That's I wouldn't do it either for $60. Somebody else.
Absolutely.
So let's run down here to washers and dryers, and then we want to get into those TV areas here quick. A lot of people are asking about giftables, dishwashers. We have a ton of dishwashers, and we have high-end dishwashers over here.
Yeah.
Some of them have dents in the front, which I bought mine brand new. In a week after I got it, I put a dent in it myself. So why not save a few $100s, and we'll put the dent in for you.
Yeah. Would you like to take a look at that KitchenAid real quick?
Oh, yeah, let's look at it.
Yeah, just since it's such a nice option for you. So this KitchenAid is a really solid piece.
Oh, look how pretty that is.
Oh, yeah, you can kind of see it's got the very nice handles here. It's well priced, which is really kind of a cool option for you. And then I'll show you inside. Something that I really like about this one in particular is this is the third rack here.
Oh, wow,
so
that's
third
fancy.
rack. Oh, yeah. So this one is where you're able to put your silverware. You can also put large spoons, that kind of thing. But my favorite piece is this right here.
Oh, boy.
So you can actually put a full-size coffee mug in here, and they will spray and clean all of the mugs. So you can put that there, and you're also able to put, say, like the tumblers here as well. So you can put a 22-ounce mug
that
there.
is fantastic.
Yeah, as well as having your adjustable pieces here or your wine rack or your wine here.
Well, now you're talking my game, because really at home I pretty much just drink and eat pre-made food. So this is fun. This is exactly what I need.
There you go. But yeah, just to give you a quick rundown on the kitchen.
So just remember, if you're looking at any of these pieces, text into the phone number that's on the screen. You can also stop in today, tell them that Rodney sent you, and you get an extra 10% off all of these clearance prices in our Omaha Appliance Center. We have delivery, we have warranties, we got everything to make this an easy transaction for you. So just get a hold of us and we'll get you some amazing deals. Now, we've had some folks asking about washer dryers.
Sure. What are we looking for in particular?
Well, they're just asking if we have any washers or dryers.
Well, yes, we do.
Well,
we have a large number of them, so you can see. I'm not sure if we can pan the whole thing here.
Well, let me get myself out of the way so you can just see all of it.
But yeah, we have a nice selection of options. We have everything from top loads. We have front loaders. We have stackable units. We actually have a couple of units that are pre-stacked, so it's a single unit, but it's designed like a stack piece. I'll show you that in a little bit.
That's great. Now, one of the things that I've heard customers do, which I think is brilliant, so they'll come over here and find something they love. They'll save a few $100s, $500 or $600 on this one, and then go over to the regular area to buy the matching piece because we don't necessarily have sets over here.
Yep,
so save $600 on this, and then run over and save on our sale prices over in the regular area to get your match set. So don't let not matching pieces over here make you not want to shop for these, because we generally always have the matching piece over in the regular stock area.
Almost always. And it is something I do recommend to people all the time. Is finding something here, you save yourself a couple $100 and then you can go and get a new piece to match it, which is really kind of a cool option. Just to give you kind of an idea, this is actually a combo unit here we do have.
Oh, okay.
Something kind of neat, since you were pointing it out. So it's a washer and a dryer put together.
This is exactly what I need. I want to put this in my bedroom upstairs in the closet because I'm tired of running 3 floors down to get to the basement.
No, absolutely.
2 stories down.
Yeah. I will say it is something, so just if you're thinking about it,
Sure.
it is something that it does require a slight shift in how most folks do laundry. If you're like me and my wife, you let Laundry Mountain pile up, and then you do it at the weekend and you get everything done in one go.
Got it.
These are designed more in a way where you're like, if you go to work, throw it in, it'll wash your clothes, you'll come on back, it's going to be all nice and dry, you can fold your clothes, put it away.
But if it's a foot from where I get ready in the morning, I'll just throw my clothes in there and go.
Exactly.
Oh, this is so fun. So all of these washers and dryers are deliverable. We do we charge for a water hookup on the washers?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so there's another $10, $20 for delivery here local and Lincoln, and then $10 to hook up the water. But I'll tell you, that helps a lot. It makes it a lot easier for me than not have to go back behind and try to do it myself. And also, we'll do pickup. You can do same day pickup. So if you have somebody with a truck or a van or something, you just want to come grab it, you don't have to pay us anything. Yeah. You can just pick it up at the warehouse. You're in and out in less than 10 minutes normally.
Yeah. We do recommend giving the boys, so from time of purchase to picking up, give the boys 5 to 10 minutes or so just to get it back to the warehouse and wrapped up for you. Just so you are aware, just some little bit of time wise, which is kind of a nice
That makes sense because you got to pull it off and put it over at the dock.
Yep, exactly.
So another question that just came in, are there any financing available on the clearance stuff?
So you can still put it on the Mark card.
Okay.
Our Mark card has, I believe it's a 1.5% entrance per month, I believe.
18 annual.
Yep, 18 annual. And so you're looking at, which is very good.
Oh, for sure.
You are not able to, any of the clearance pieces don't qualify for any of the promotional financing.
Yep.
So you're not looking at being able to do the deferred interest or anything like that. So if you want to use a different card, get your points or your miles, whatever it is, you're not going to hurt our feelings.
Perfect.
But as far as our options go, the card is also a really awesome piece.
So we had another come in about the cost of removing appliances. It's still $49.99, right?
Correct.
And we do that in Omaha. Do we also do it in Lincoln?
Yes, we do.
Okay, so for $49, you don't have to put it on Craigslist and hope they don't murder you when they come to pick it up, and it'll just be gone. Life is good. All right, well, let's go over into this electronics area. We're kind of running just a little behind on what we want to show you. So we're going to show you this stuff kind of in a quick way.
Sure.
So we have a ton of big screen TVs over here, and these are marked super low. And if you look around, a lot of them are still in boxes. What happens a lot of times with these TVs is they just don't fit. You get home with a 77-inch TV, and suddenly your whole living room is a 77-inch TV. So what's going on with all of these? Are these also deliverable?
So if it is in a box, we are able to. However, if it is one of the ones that are up in the that are on display, we are not able to do that. We will have you pick it up basically at our warehouse. We'll have you take it home. We will still come out and help set it up for you if you would like, but it is something that we just unfortunately.
No, I totally get it. I wouldn't want that in the back of a
you don't want that in the back of a truck
with a sectional and everything else. So.
Exactly. But we do have a lot of really cool options. Something else I can kind of show you is we have a stand-up Klipsch speaker as well, just to give you kind of an idea. So it's not just TVs. We have
to stop here for 1 second.
Oh,
is this a gaming screen?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, look at this thing.
Yes,
so
it is.
It's one of the 55-inch
curved
monitors.
Yeah,
and it's $14.19 on a closeout. That's an amazing price. So another gift idea, if you're looking for your gaming folks, that's a little more than I spend for family, but there's a lot of people who would be happy to do that. So stop in and look at these too.
Oh yeah, and then we've got, like I said, we've got an upright speaker here.
Okay, so we have speakers.
Yeah, we have speakers. We even have a sound bar system there, the Vizio, which is a nice little option there. It's a 512, which means that there are actually 5 speakers on the front. There is 1 subwoofer, and then there are 2 upward firing speakers, which are going to give you just a little bit more immersive sound.
I love it.
Really kind of a cool all-around surround.
You can get a lot of deals over here.
Exactly.
And you can, we even have a humidifier and cool.
Yeah.
These are Dyson products. You're not even really allowed to mark these down unless they're floor samples. So this is an amazing deal. So $549, this is considered an appliance, so it'd be another 10% off of that. So this would make it under $500 for this pure humidifier plus cooling feature.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice little feature. Not that we need cooling today at 10 degrees, but it will get hot again, I promise. So a lot of these TVs are out of boxes, and these would be the ones the customer needs to arrange their own
correct
pickup or delivery.
Exactly. So, and these are usually, these are very large TVs. So it is something we always kind of say, hey, let's think about it a little bit. Let's figure out how we're getting it home.
Yep.
This is something our staff is good at chatting with you about what needs to happen.
And remember to text in if you have questions on any of these. We have salespeople waiting to talk to you. So quick and easy.
Exactly. And to give you an idea, so the TV that we have turned on at the moment is going to be a 83-inch 4K OLED. Okay. Which is our very, very nice TV.
That's almost half price.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And you got to remember our MSRP is right around about the $5,000 mark. And usually we're around there before any kind of
marked
deals.
down again.
Yep, exactly.
And then we have our big sale today at 10% off. So
exactly,
that is amazing. Wow. And look at that picture. I don't know if you're seeing this as well as we are standing here, but that definition is very pure.
Yep, and that's just our cable. So you got to remember that if you're watching like a movie or watching 4K, it's going to even be better.
So then we had a customer ask about convection. Do we have any convection ovens?
Yes,
ranges going?
Yeah, so this one right here actually is one. So the convection bake is an option that comes in this one here. This is our Samsung. It's actually part of the bespoke series. So this is
that's the high-end Samsung, right?
Yep, it's one of the ones that you're able to adjust the paneling and kind of really adjust your colors, which is kind of a cool option here. But this one actually you can do your convection. I believe this one has sous vide. It has all kinds of really kind of neat options. Air fry, that kind of thing.
That was another question with air fry. So folks, you have this range right here, and there's other ones too. This is normally 24 MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail. We have it down to 14 plus 10% off of that. So it's going to be an amazing deal. And I like the fact that it's so pretty. It's a basic white, but it's a glass white. So it's not like just a painted white. And then I just love that old blue flex stone look. I just think it's easier to keep clean, and it's just nicer all around. We have a ton of different ranges. The 10% is today only. You can pick up, and this question came in, you can pick up same day pickup any day of the week that we're open. So we are ready for you to come in and get these deals. And remember, today only 10% off. Text into any of our salespeople on that text number we have posted, and we will help you find some good stuff. What you got here?
Sure. We were talking about ice makers. This is one of our options, just so you are aware. We do still have under-the-counter ice makers as well down here.
So you can put this just standing alone.
Exactly. You could stand alone. Yep. And this one's one that you'll be able to put your own panel on, so you can set it in there so it matches your cabinets. Just, again, something kind of neat to show you.
But if I just needed an ice maker, that's cheap. I mean, like a regular ice maker for $12.99, like a
standard under the counters. Yes.
But I could just put that in the garage for that
it's
price.
A Scotsman, which is even better.
Oh, that's a heavy duty one, so that'll last. So somebody was asking about all the different dishwashers. We have that entire side that we were just on. Plus, we have this entire side. There is a ton of dishwashers. So if you're looking for one, and I'll tell you, if you haven't bought a new dishwasher in the last 10 years, the sound quality, I have to check mine regularly to make sure that it's actually running, because I don't hear it. So if you're tired of hearing that stormtrooper invasion every time you turn on your dishwasher and you can't even talk in the kitchen, get in here and get one of these. And it's more efficient, and it's just a lovely opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go down here. There's a bunch more refrigerators. Remember, we have a ton of refrigerations. We have a ton of washer and dryers. We have this stack unit, which is super handy if you're using a small space.
Yeah, this is actually one of the ones that I was kind of talking to you about. So this is a stacked single piece, which is kind of cool. So you're going to have your dryer here, and then you're going to have your washer here.
Okay, got it.
This is a 4.5 cubic, and this is a 7.3 cubic, I believe, off the top of my head. And then your control panel is all controlled right down here. So as opposed to your standard stack style where everything's up high, sometimes you have to get on, like my mother has to go on top of a little shelf she climbs up to do that. This would be a fantastic option for you. And the really cool thing is this is all one piece, so you only need one warranty to cover it.
Oh, I got it.
Yep, so you don't have to buy one for the dryer and the washer.
Right now it's $10.99, and we're going to take another $100, $110 off of that. It's going to make it such a reasonable price for a washer dryer combo that you can save a lot of space on.
Exactly.
So a question that just came up, there's more questions about warranty and delivery. So if I buy this piece, I can buy the 5 years, or there's a, how many years of warranty is there?
So there are a 3-year and a 5-year warranty on there.
So for 5 years, I could protect this. So all the money I'm saving could help me buy that warranty, and really, I have a beautiful piece. I have peace of mind for 5 years for everything that makes it mechanically.
Exactly.
And then I have an amazing deal. And 10% off today. I mean, it's kind of a win-win for everybody.
Exactly. And now, it is something we do recommend, those warranties, because unfortunately, appliances and just things in general, usually about 2 to 7 years is kind of your expected or accepted, in heavy quotes, lifespan of units these days. So it is something that we do usually recommend. The 5 year is almost always going to be used. So
yep, no, that's great. Okay, so another question that came up, are all the clearance items tested before, and we make sure that they work?
Correct.
Okay.
So we make sure all of our pieces we end up sending through either All Appliance, GE Service. There's another one whose name escapes me at the moment. But all of them do end up going and getting tested, making sure everything's working correctly. And we'll let you know if there's something, like I said, if there was something that we
have notes. We have notes on the product to kind of tell you what the issue is. Now, this is my favorite room. This it's kind of like the treasure chest to me. It's a little bit of everything, and everything's marked super cheap. There might be something in here that is exactly what you've been looking for, but you're going to have to come in and kind of hunt, because it is a treasure chest of all kinds of things. We do kind of clump it together by general stuff. So I saw a customer just this week on an order where they bought 3 of these. These are under the cabinet TVs. So if you're in the kitchen and you want to watch your shows or watch whatever, for $149, these make an amazing gift. So now your kitchen, you're not isolated in the kitchen without a TV. You can actually watch TV.
They're also Google TVs, so they're smart TVs as well.
Yeah.
So you're able to go in, you can watch Netflix on them, you can watch YouTube, all that kind of thing.
You don't have to have a cable run to it or anything, just Wi-Fi and then the apps. Then it looks like we have a bunch of other little pieces over here. This area I always think is fun because there's a lot of smart material over here. Oh, there's a Bose SoundLink. There is and cameras. I didn't know you had cameras over here. These are great gifts. And, you pull off the clearance tag. They don't know you got it on sale. And you make somebody's Christmas wish come true.
Exactly. And we have the JBL 500 as well. It's another really awesome sound bar that goes with any of those TVs out there.
Now, we had somebody, here's one right here. We had somebody ask about the wireless vacuums. This is a Dyson, the V15, which is a because it has that auto detect, so it tells you when the floor is clean.
Yep, I actually own a V15. It is one of my favorite purchases I've made recently.
So this is normally the suggested retail $750. We have it marked at $409 right now, and then you're going to take another $40 off of it with our 10% off sale. So that is a great deal.
Yep,
and it looks like everything's still. I mean, the box is in perfect condition. It probably just ended up coming back because they didn't want it. They didn't like it. Something.
It happens.
Then we have a bunch of them over here. We have a bunch of the wireless and the other price points. So that little Black & Decker, what's that one go for right now?
Oh, right now, I believe it is missing its tag.
Okay, well, it's going to be a deal, I can promise you.
Yep.
We have a bunch of appliances. We have small appliances, Cuisinart coffee makers, crock pots with the fancy digital stuff so that you can actually program when you want it to start and stop. Cuisinart's toaster, and all of these are 10% off today, but it's only today. And make sure you say Rodney sent me in, or mention Rodney, so that they know that you were watching our live stream today. Cookware, even a little air conditioner, because even though it's 10 degrees today, it will get hotter later.
Yeah. We also have right behind you here a foosball table back here, which is kind of a nice little option for you. If you're looking for something kind of fun for the family, you can pick this up today. It does come pre-assembled, so you will end up having to take this with you in a truck.
Okay.
However, you don't have to put it together then, which is kind of a nice little option for you.
That is super nice.
And we also have safes as well. So something kind of like this one here is a safe that we can always get together for you. Have a nice little file safe, which is a nice little option.
Well, and I just noticed over here we have a $99 microwave. So if you have somebody in college or moving into their first apartment, $99 is a great giftable item. There is just a ton of things you hear that you can use to help get your holiday shopping done. And as we get closer to that holiday, the options start to decline. So get in here today, chat or text with our folks. 10% off all the clearance stuff. It's an amazing deal. So somebody just asked if we had headphones, and I think right behind our camera dude right here, we have a bunch of different headphones.
Yes, we do. Our stock is constantly changing. So it is something that you do have to kind of come in and take a little bit of a look around, just because we do have to find the treasures. But we do have headphones. I believe that we actually, in that front bin that we walked past, I believe that we have a Bose headphone as well.
So we have
kind of a nice option, and we have
all kind. Oh, and another camera. Yep, this is really like a treasure trove. I mean, it's just hunt and find.
Yeah, and the new Dyson headphones are also back here. Which
I didn't know Dyson made headphones.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, they're nice.
Are they cooling, or what do they do? What's so special about them?
Noise canceling. They're very nice, very high quality.
They get it.
Dyson doesn't make anything bad.
No,
so
that's
it's kind of
for
one
sure.
of those cool
They're not going to devalue their brand with making kind of. So a bunch of headphones, some video games. There's cameras and outdoor security lights. So if you're looking for holiday gifts, you're just looking for a deal, get in here, 10% off today, chat with us, send us a text message, swing in and see Hunter or any of the salespeople here today, and you'll end up getting an amazing deal. And just in time for the holidays, you can replace some of your appliances or your dishwashers or whatever you need. We got a little bit of everything. And if we don't have what you want today, chances are by Monday or Tuesday, we'll have something more that you may want.
That's true. Changes all the time, and usually Mondays and Fridays are when I have folks come in.
Okay, so that's great. So another question that came up, any heat pump dryers?
Any heat pump dryers? We do sell them. I am not sure if we have any at the moment.
Okay, so that's kind of a unique item, and that's not something that we would have every day.
It is something that you are able to get at the mart, absolutely. Sure. It is things that we do offer. However, it just kind of depends stock-wise. I'm not sure that we do at the moment, though.
Well, and that's one of the nice things about this clearance center. Every time you come in, it's going to be different. So, there's even some Legos over there. How do you have clearance Legos? So if you have a NASCAR kid, there's clearance Legos. Something else I want to remind everybody about, and a lot of people probably don't know this unless you've been in the last couple of years, we sell a ton of toys. Yes, we have an amazing gift section with toys, small appliances, those Dyson hair dryers and curling irons. I think they make a curling iron.
Yes, they do.
We got everything in the store. So if you don't see anything in our clearance center you want, I can assure you that you're going to find plenty in the rest of the store. Also, in our furniture area, we have a bunch of Christmas items. So we have holiday decor. If you need clearance items, we have the Mrs. B's for all the different furniture needs. So the 10% off is only in our clearance center in the appliance area. The rest of the areas are going to be marked down because of sales and other promotions going on around the holidays. And it really is, this is the perfect weekend to come in and shop at NFM and get those last minute holiday gifts, upgrade your appliances, whatever you need.
Oh, yeah. We sell just about everything.
I do love that. We also have optical. I don't know if you know about that, but we have an optical center in our Omaha store. So if you're looking for contacts or glasses, swing in and take a look at those. But we have a ton of stuff that we need to get rid of in our clearance center. So the extra 10% will help you save money and help us move the product out. Remember to text or swing in and help us buy some, or we'll help you buy some of these amazing deals. And, the warranties are just an added bonus where you can get a safety of mind for up to 5 years. And it's just really a nice gig. So how are we doing on time? We got a few minutes, or are we good to go? Oh, Ninja products. Do we have any Ninja products here?
I know we do sell them in the store. Sure. I do. So as far as in the back here, it is constantly changing. Let's go take a look.
One of the questions that just came in, I'll kind of steal the spotlight. Are the safes also on sale? They are. So the ones back here are also 10% off this week, or this today only.
So at the moment, I don't see any Ninja products currently back here. However, we do in the store sell a handful of Ninja pieces, just to give you kind of an idea.
Well, another question that came in, we're going to make Adam run with us for just a minute, because we're just about out of time, and we know everybody's busy this holiday. But we had a customer ask how many of the microwaves we have on clearance. So let's just swing by these clearance microwaves. There are a ton of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have over-the-range microwaves as well as countertop microwaves. So it is something you want to speak with one of our sales folks just to make sure we're getting the right one. But you can see we have a couple of. So
this one is beautiful. That cafe for $2.99.
Exactly. And then we have like these are a couple of on the countertop styles. Over the range here, over the range, and the countertop. We have a handful of options here. And I believe there might be one or two that we may have walked past as we were.
We saw the one in the clearance area there for sure, and then a couple more on the shelves. So if you're looking for a microwave, either over the counter, or a countertop that just sits on the counter and plugs in, we've got a little bit of everything, and they're 10% off the clearance price today. So you can get one of these really nice microwaves. And I'll tell you, if you haven't bought a new microwave in the last 5 years, these babies are so powerful when they're new. They just cook instantly. It's so amazing how much difference there is from a few generations before and then these new ones. It's really amazing. We had a question on return policy.
So like I said, it is a 14-day return policy. Okay. The only reason that we take anything back is because it is not working. Okay. So on our clearance pieces, they are final sales.
Yep.
Just so you guys are aware. So we just want to make sure that we do know that we want what we're buying before we buy it is what I always recommend.
And a really important feature is to remember to measure your space, because this is why we get a lot of these big refrigerators and other items back, because just eyeballing it, it looks a lot smaller here than when you get it home. I didn't see any grills on clearance, but I know they're running some sales over in our patio area where we do sell grills. So there's some specials going on. And I didn't see any iPads in our clearance center today, but that could change in 5 minutes.
So clearance pieces for iPads are actually over in the computer section.
Okay, so they're not in this particular sale area. So they would not be 10% off on those clearance items. The items need to be in the clearance center here inside of our Omaha location. So swing in, tell them that Rodney sent you, get 10% off today only. Text us, call us, whatever you want to do, we're here for you. And we want to try to make your holidays as magical as possible. Yeah. Anything else from you, Hunter?
Stop in and say hi. I'll be here till 5.
Oh, yeah. Stop in and see Hunter, our guest star today. So with that, a merry, happy holiday, a Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate, enjoy it. And we'll see you after the first of the year with more clearance items in our big markdown events. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Nice seeing you.